Hi guys, today I will be doing something a little bit different. I'll be answering your questions. I will try to get through as many as I can. But who knows, if you guys like this type of content, then maybe I'll do another one. But we'll see. I hope you guys like it. If not, I'm sorry. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first question is, where do you get your music inspiration from? So that's definitely a difficult one to answer because there are a lot of people in my life and a lot of musicians that I've listened to in my life that have definitely inspired me. But I'd say where I get my inspiration from is probably just from my parents and my brother because they're all really into music as well, and they all introduced me to like rock and indie music from a very young age. So that definitely shaped who I am today and the type of music that I make. When did you start your singing career? So I've been singing for pretty much my whole life. I did like some performances in high school. Like I tried to do like YouTube covers like ages ago, but I was like very shy about it. But I didn't start like taking this seriously as a career until like January of this year is what I'd say. Like that's kind of when I started posting more and I started releasing music. So yeah, I'd say that's probably when I started. So I'm still fairly new to everything. Growing up, who was/were the artists that you looked up to most? That's also really hard. Again, because there's just so many people that I listened to growing up. But I think a massive one is definitely the Beatles. Not to be too basic, but my parents really exposed me to a lot of Beatles. And I remember I had like a Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band CD that I would listen to all the time after school when I was like in kindergarten and elementary school. And I loved watching like all of the Beatles movies. Another one is like as I got older, I started listening to Fiona Apple a lot and the Pixies and Radiohead. I especially looked up to Fiona Apple because like as I got older, I started to kind of get her music more. The next question is, how old are you? This is a very easy, short question. I'm 22. What is the story between your first song, Unwind? So, my first song, Unwind, it came to be because, as like many of you might know, my boyfriend also makes music. He's a producer, and we had already been together for like 2 years, but we never like made music together because I was always really scared to make it with him because I looked up to him obviously because he's so talented, and he finally convinced me like let's sit down, let's actually make a song and put it out. So we were just right here in my bedroom and we put the song together in like a couple days, and I guess like the topic of the song is kind of like how I was feeling in terms of like releasing music finally, because I just felt like so caught up in what I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be and what people want me to be, and I feel like you make up, kind of like winding yourself, to use the name of the title, the name of the song, kind of winding yourself into this person, and I feel like I've had to make myself into like a certain person so many times and then realize that that's not who I am and kind of like unwind yourself, so that's kind of, I hope that makes sense. But that's kind of why I wrote that song, and it's kind of like I'm finally releasing music, I'm finally being who I want to be, so I'm like unwinding into myself. So yeah, that's kind of the backstory. The next question is, how should you approach building your own music style when writing? That's also hard because I feel like I keep saying that it's hard to answer, but I'm still super new to everything, and I've only started really taking it seriously this year and like meeting people this year, and so I've learned a lot in terms of this kind of area and this topic, but I think you just really like I always like kind of start with like writing down like how I feel and like whatever I like want to write a certain song about. And I try not to like obviously I have influences and I have like references of what I want a certain song to sound like, but I try not to have that like hold me into like a certain style. I feel like your own music style kind of just like starts to come out, and like once you like open up with whatever you're feeling and stuff, I think just like the more you do it, the more like your style builds, and your style is always changing. Like I was kind of saying before, like every week I feel like I want to be like a different genre, and like I'll think about like my last song and I'll be like, I hate that. That's so not me. I need something new. So yeah, I don't know if I answered that question good, but in terms of building your own style, just be yourself, be open, try all kinds of things, and you'll find it. At what age did you start playing the guitar and singing? So, I don't know what age exactly. I feel like I was like 6 or 7, maybe, because my brother started playing guitar first, and I like most like younger siblings do. You kind of like follow what your older siblings doing. So I kind of started like whenever he started, and like I wanted to like learn as well. So yeah, I'd say around like 6, 7. Yeah. The next question is, how did you and your boyfriend meet? We need that backstory. So it's kind of a long-winded story. I'll try to just like summarize it, but we actually first met in the 2nd grade. I had a crush on him when I was a child. I guess I was like 7 or something. And then he left that school that we were at together, and we kind of ended up going to the same school in middle school. So then I had a crush on him again, and then he left. Oh no, wait, I left. I left that school at that time. So I thought I was never going to see him again. And then at some point, 3 years ago, we reconnected, and yeah, so it's kind of a sweet story. I feel like I've kind of always had a crush on him. And that's how we ended up together. Who/what inspires you the most to make music? And P.S. I love you so much. Your voice calms me down. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I feel like this year I've been so inspired, and I've been so lucky that I've like met a lot of really cool people in like the music community. And everyone's just so kind and supportive, and they all love making music, and they all express who they are through that. Like, not to get too cheesy, but seeing other people be so passionate about the same thing that you're passionate about really like it just makes me so happy, and it definitely keeps me like super inspired, and just knowing that I have such like great people around me that will be there for me and support me. Just I don't know, like I just want to make music all the time, and it makes me super happy. So yeah. Do you remember the first song that you covered on YouTube? So technically, if we're being technical here, I think the first song that I ever covered on YouTube would be when I was like 7 or something, or 8, I don't know. My mom posted a video of me singing Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. I think that was the first one, and I had my guitar looked huge on me, and so that was technically the first time. The first time I posted on my own channel was like in high school. I think I posted a cover of what's that song? Oh, Close to You. Close to Me, Close to You by the Carpenters. I think that was the first song I ever posted, but then I got no views, and then I was embarrassed, so I deleted it. And that kind of just reoccurred like a million times until I at some point built the courage to keep my videos up. The next question is, how long does it take to film a singing video? I'd say that kind of varies, like, because sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I want to do this song. I pull up ultimate guitar and I pull up my camera on my phone and I just do it once and I'm like, okay, that's good enough. And sometimes it just works out like that. But then sometimes I'll like play it and it sounds terrible, and then I do it over and over and over and over for like hours until I'm like so frustrated. And yeah, so it really just varies on how I'm feeling and how good I sound that day, I guess. Not really a question, but tattoo tour, please. Yes, I would love to do a tattoo tour. So I think someone else also asked me what the meaning was behind my tattoos. And I used to think that you always had to have like meaning behind all of your tattoos. But now I kind of just like, it's super awesome to have meaning behind your tattoos. Not to say that isn't cool, because it's super cool. But I ended up just getting like stuff that I like. But let me see. Okay. So, I guess like my first one was like this really, I don't know if you can see, this really tiny star. I don't remember the order of other things, but I have this, these angel numbers. I have this, oh no, it's so blurry. I have this heart charm. I have this fan, which I love. I have this thingy, forget what that's called. What is that called? The sand time thing. And then I got this when I was in London this past summer. And then I love this one. It's just kind of like a lotus charm type thing. And then my most recent one is this one, which I love. I think it's so awesome. I got that like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So yeah, that's currently my tattoo tour. Your favorite cover of a song you've done so far? I honestly don't have a favorite. I don't know. I think my favorites are definitely the ones that I make with my boyfriend, because I just love singing with him. And I feel like you guys really like those ones too. So yeah, those are my favorites, I'd say. So someone asked, where are you from? I am from Toronto, Canada. I've lived here my whole life. Yeah, short answer. The next question is, what is your ethnicity? So my mom is Vietnamese, and then my dad is Swiss and Hungarian. Another super short answer. Favorite show at the moment? Ooh, I love this question, because if you know me, you know my favorite show ever and always and forever and ever until the end of time is Adventure Time. I freaking love Adventure Time. I love Steven Universe, regular show, Gravity Falls, Over the Garden Wall, being a puppy cat. I'm very much like a cartoon person, and I don't think I'll ever stop being a cartoon person. I think some of my other favorite shows, I really like Fleabag. I definitely, it's relatable, and it's sad, and it's a good show, and if you haven't seen it, you should see it. How did you start making music? Did you have a goal in this regard? And I love you too. I love you too. Yeah, so like I said, I was always kind of making music myself, just on like Logic on my MacBook. And I don't know, my whole life I always kind of felt that I was going to be a musician, and I was like, this is what I have to do. This is who I have to be. And I was like, it's just going to happen, right? Like, because I just couldn't see myself doing anything else. But then, you know, in high school and in university, nothing ever happened with it, and I wasn't really doing anything with it. And I mean, obviously you have to put in the work and actually try, but I was just like, I just thought that it was so, I thought I just wanted it so bad that it was just gonna happen for me. And so when it didn't, it was so like devastating, and I had no clue what I was gonna do. But like now that I've, you know, kind of like fallen into being a musician, which is amazing, and I'm so grateful for it and for everything. I'm just like super happy. And so like my goal is kind of just to be able to make music for the rest of my life, and to be able to hopefully support myself through that. And I think as long as I can make music and share my music, I would be happy. That is my only goal. Is music your main job, or are you studying something different? So yes, music is currently my main job, but I was previously studying journalism, and I just graduated this past spring. So yeah, I have a bachelor in journalism, which is super random, but I'm probably not going to do anything in journalism. Pretty focused on this music thing right now. So that is currently my main job. How do you record your covers? The quality is so good. When I record, the piano is way too loud. So I get this question a lot, but I use my phone. I literally just use my iPhone. I used to use my MacBook, but now I'm just like too lazy, so I just put my phone up, and sometimes I'll like turn up the volume of the audio because sometimes it's like so quiet. And yeah, when I play piano, it's definitely really annoying because you kind of have to like, it's kind of trial and error. You have to like position it and figure out like how you can position it best so that the piano isn't too loud. Are you working on an album or an EP? Will be sat for sure. Well, thank you, thank you. I do want to release an EP hopefully by the end of this year, at least. It's definitely a very intimidating thing to get to, doing a bigger project like that. But it's something that I really want to do, and I'm definitely starting to collect songs that I really love in my little vault of music. So hopefully an EP will be soon. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 dogs. They are both golden doodles. One's name is, oh here, wait, I can put a picture hopefully. One's name is Piper, and one's name is Brew. Do you take song requests? Absolutely, I take song requests. I love when you guys suggest songs that you want me to sing, and I'm sorry if I can't get to all of them or if it takes me a long time to get to them, but I do read all of those, and it definitely helps me know like what you want to hear. And so yeah, I appreciate when you guys request stuff. Did you have vocals / singing lessons? I did in the 7th grade. I very briefly took vocal lessons because I was trying to audition for an art school. But I just didn't love it because I'm not really a classical singer. So yeah, it was very, very brief. Do you work alone or with a company? So I'm currently independent. So yeah, pretty quick answer. When are you dropping a new song? Hopefully super soon. I have like a few songs that I really love, and I'm just trying to decide which ones I want to release next, and I just gotta finish them up. But I'm hoping like mid to late September, hopefully. So we'll see. Anyways, that's all the questions I'm gonna do today. So if you like this type of content, please let me know, and maybe I'll do more. If there's any other type of content you guys want, also let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching all of my videos and for subscribing. I love you guys all very much, and I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for all of you, and I wish you guys the best.